do you stop the fear of giving birth for a first-time mum? So as a starting point, I highly recommend doing some hypnobirthing antenatal classes, ones that go through the background physiology of how things happen and give you some skills and strategies to be able to help you through your labour and birth. And when I say hypnobirthing, I mean hypnobirthing that can be applied to a caesarean birth, a vaginal birth, an instrumental birth, an induction birth, a home birth, a hospital birth, giving you lots of choices and giving you those skills through any type of birth. Knowledge is power, and knowledge will enable you to feel empowered to make those decisions that you need to as well through your labour and birth. There's a fantastic book by Holly De Cruz that I highly recommend, and the KG Hypnobirthing book is also a really good starting point. They also come with downloadable audios that you need to listen to each night. So hypnobirthing is not just about on the day, it's about all that preparation of your mindset ahead of time. It's very normal to have fears and anxieties in pregnancy, and if you pick up any newspaper, if you look at any news article right now, it's no wonder that the anxiety and the fear of childbirth is significantly increasing, and understandably, especially with the intervention rates that have increased as well across the UK. It's also worth remembering as well that physiologically we are meant to have some degree of anxiety during pregnancy and again during labour and birth, because it's having that slight anxiety that helps us to keep our pregnancy safe in some way and keep our baby safe in some way, shape or form. Because if we start thinking, oh, is this okay, is this not, and having that little bit of a niggle and a worry, for example, we're more likely to change our behaviours to keep our baby safe. I do just want to caveat that though, is that having an impact on your day-to-day living? And if it is, you need to speak up to your midwife. There are lots of services that are available out there to help with mental well-being and health in pregnancy. And this is where having a really good relationship as well with your community midwife, having that continuity of care can make a big difference too. This is also where you can consider that if you want to go through labour and birth, if it's not tocophobia based, there are other videos of tocophobia which are in the pregnancy series that you can have a read of. Tocophobia is an intense fear of childbirth. There's primary and there's secondary. So primary is having all of the things that basically sit within our subconscious, the big movies about women screaming, it's about other people's stories, experiences, about the newspapers, everything that feeds into our subconscious that gives us that fear and anxiety of childbirth. But what you can do is start thinking about how you're going to be supported in labour and birth if you want to go through a labour and birth. And doulas can be really fantastic. Having your birth partners go on antenatal courses and hypnobirthing courses for you can be really useful. And it's also about pinpointing what is the actual fear of giving birth. Is it things like tearing, for example? Is it the pain and the discomfort? And then it's looking around the things that will help reduce those chances, for example, or maybe alternatives or things that will help manage the biggest parts that are giving you the fears and anxieties. It's also having the skills and strategies to let go of the things that are completely outside of your control, but knowing that you will still have some control of other things. As an example, if your baby pooed inside you, you have no control over that. That's just one of those things that has happened. I've done videos on that before. But what you do have control over is the decisions that will be offered to you next and which route that you want to go down as a mum-to-be. And so you do gain control of other things, but not necessarily the baby pooing inside you. And part of going into labour and birth is just surrendering yourself and letting go of the things that you just can't control whatsoever. But as another example, if the fear was about pain and discomfort, is it something that you might want an epidural, maybe a pethidine, remifentanil? Is it water birth, for example? What things are going to help you in your strategy book to be able to help you control the pain and the discomfort that you will feel? And just to acknowledge as well, for some women and people with extreme tocophobia, they will decide to have a planned caesarean birth. And tocophobia is a known reason for women and people choosing to have a caesarean birth. For some women and people, they will go through hypnobirthing courses and antenatal classes and actually go completely the other way and decide that they want a home birth, for example. Everyone is different. It's about having that knowledge, having that information throughout pregnancy, reading those books to be able to help you get through. And what that will do is give you all the decisions that you will have at your fingertips, at your hands, to be able to help you make the decisions that feel right for you. As I said at the start, some degree of fear and anxiety is incredibly normal. We live in a society where we hear lots of things on a day-to-day basis, and that is feeding in and making anxieties and fears far worse, particularly related to childbirth. But there are lots of things that you can do. Speak up to your midwife, ask if there are any services in your area to be able to talk to. And also ask if there is a mental health midwife who can be able to provide you some additional support in pregnancy as well. Some areas do have this, particularly for mums and parents-to-be who have got tocophobia or extreme fears and worries about childbirth too.